All right, y'all, here it is. This is the final connection. Once I touch this wire, it should light up like a Christmas tree. Oh, we lit. Today's a new day, and here we are, 13 feet 6 inches on top of the trailer. So the white is gonna be my ground, and the red is gonna be the live. That's the ground, and this is the live, and there it is. YouTube, welcome back to the channel, y'all. Here it is, man. After procrastinating for over a year, finally getting around to it, man. Today's the day. I've had this box sitting in my living room for over a year. So these are the lights right here for the back of my trailer. These are red, these are amber. So let me show y'all what's going on, man. So I've got these numbered 1 through 9. This is number 2 right here, number 3. And these are spaced out about 6 feet, 5 inches apart. It's gonna be the same up top. I'm gonna get started today, but I'm not gonna finish today. And here's why. These brackets right here, it's just a little too wide. This is a utility trailer. So up top, that space is a little slimmer than most trailers, reefer trailers. So I gotta get some slimmer brackets for up top. But the goal is to at least drill these out. Now I've got them labeled on the other side, numbered on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to number 9. So the goal is to at least drill these out and run the lights at the bottom today. And tomorrow, I'm probably gonna finish up top, drilling out. Well, up top doesn't require drilling. It's just the first one right there up top in the back. And I gotta drill because currently I don't have any power up top on my trailer. So I gotta drill this out in the back right there, and I'm gonna run the wire, and it's gonna get power from that light right there. Because currently, like I said, I can't figure out what's going on up top, but there's no power. I have my power probe, and I try to troubleshoot it, but I couldn't figure it out. So we're just gonna run power from this light right here all the way down. And I'm also gonna put 4 additional lights up top. I'm gonna replace these lights right here. So it's gonna be 9 in the back, 9 on each side, upper and lower, and also 9 up top in the front, in front of my reefer unit. And I'm also gonna get rid of this right here, and I'm gonna put a watermelon. It's gonna be amber in the front and red in the back. And I'm probably gonna eliminate this one altogether because it's pretty much the same as this. This is turn signal. The only difference is this is kind of facing to the rear. But once I put that watermelon right here, it's got red on the back, amber in the front. That's gonna be my turn signal. And I might move it to about right here. So let's get busy, y'all. So before I start going crazy with these holes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my trailer and I'm gonna test it out first to make sure that the grommet is actually gonna fit in this hole, because these are different sizes, but it should fit. So I believe I gotta punch a hole right here regardless, because I'm gonna run the wires through these holes. There are some holes already cut out, like up top right here, it's cut out all along right here. But when we get over here, there's nothing right here. So I'm gonna punch a hole right here, and Let's see if this works. Hopefully you guys can see where the camera is. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And it doesn't help that I can't really get under there to apply pressure. It should make it a lot easier. Oh yeah. And this is steel, by the way. This is aluminum, but this one right here is steel. And like I said, I can't really apply pressure. So that's a part of the problem right there, because of the angle. All right, so maybe I could put this camera right here. Let's see. I do have my tripod, but I don't feel like getting it right now. That ain't gonna work. Y'all just gonna have to listen, man. Y'all just gonna have to listen. Success all the way through. Let's try it out and see if this is gonna be the right size, because this is exactly why I punched this hole right here first. And just like I suspected, man, it's too big. It's not gonna work. Too big. Now the hole doesn't matter right there that it's too big. You know, I've got hole right there, you know, so it's not gonna affect my trailer whatsoever. But this is too big, so I gotta see if I can get a smaller size. Now this was the smaller size that I saw, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's too big. It's not gonna work. All right, so that was a failure. Now, let's see if I could actually find a size that's gonna work, man. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. That is a bummer. So I'm probably gonna have to take this back. Who knows, I might keep it. And I might keep it just in case I gotta use it for another project. Yeah, I might keep this. I'm pretty sure if I was standing in front of it, applying some pressure, you know, it would work a lot easier. So yeah, I gotta see if I can find the right size, man. So I'm about to go on my phone and we're gonna search around. So pretty much everywhere I went looking for this particular style, I couldn't find it in 3/4. So I went to Home Depot and I bought this one right here. This is a Milwaukee. So see how it works. You know, I did watch a couple of videos on YouTube, and it looks like it works pretty good. So we're gonna find out. Let me grab my box cutter real quick, cut this open. Yeah, it's glued pretty good. You know, so at minimum, if I could punch the holes tonight, then it was a success. And with this, you really want to go slow. Slower the better. It's going through. That's exactly what I didn't want. I don't want to snap it. So it's all the way through. So now let's make sure this is nice and tight. And this is actually 2 sheets of metal right here. Now you've got this right here, which is pretty thin, but I'm actually cutting through another sheet on the other side, so that's why it's taking so long. I've got my fingers crossed, man. I pray to God this is the right size right here. So it's looking like it's going to be a slow process. But it's working. Yeah, I think this should be the right size, 3/4. Also gotta be careful because there are some wires on the other side, but we should be good. There it is. Now here comes the moment of truth. Let me get a rag and clean it up just a little. That's a nice clean cut right there. Now here's the moment of truth. But I'm pretty confident we should be good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's it right there, baby. And I feel like it could be a little tighter though. So here's what I'm gonna do. I really don't like the way these fit. You know, it's not as tight as it should be. So just to give y'all a visual on this, this is a 3/4 right here, and this is a 11/16. A 3/4 is the equivalent to a 19, right? So basically, this is a 3/4, which is that hole right there. This is as close as you get to an 18, right? In metric. I want y'all to see the difference. See that? This is a snug fit. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna order this right here on Amazon because I can't find it anywhere in metric. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna order this on Amazon. It's gonna be delivered overnight. You know, I did punch these 2 right here, but I'm just gonna stop. You know, I've got these measured out. You know, my son was here earlier holding the tape measure, so these are all measured, you know, the way it's supposed to be. And I'm actually gonna use this right here and just punch the holes in the center, you know, but I'm not gonna go all the way through. And then tomorrow we'll take it from there. So this is number 3 right here. Let's go right there. There. I'm trying to go real slow because I don't want to break the tip. That's it. So I'm just gonna punch the rest of the holes tonight, and tomorrow when that tool comes in, we're gonna finish up. This is number 5. Just a little lower. That looks to be centered right there. Now I'm trying to keep it centered in between right here. So when I marked them earlier, I wasn't really particular about where the circle was, as long as I'm lined up this way vertically, we're good. But now I just got to make sure it's centered right in the middle, right here. That's what I'm working with. Got to lube it up, man. At least when I ordered a bit on Amazon, this is probably the hardest part right here. I don't want to break the tips. I'm actually going to order 2 of them just in case. But that's good. Yeah, man, it's time to light it up, man. This trailer is too naked right now. Today's a new day. But let me catch you guys up to speed real quick. Here's what's happening right now. So basically what I'm doing right now, I'm drilling out these holes and I'm making them wider. So these cross members were already pre-drilled. It's got some small holes. But I'm basically making the holes wider. And here's why. Currently the holes are just wide enough to fit the wire, but I got to be able to protect the wire. I got to be able to put a wire loom over the wire and run it through these holes. So let me show you guys real quick. I'm going to drill one of them right now so y'all can see. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just making these wider. And that should be plenty wide. Just a little wider. This one's a tight angle right here. But that should be wide enough. Because eventually I'm going to put a 1/4 inch wire loom over this wire right here. So today's project is to at least get the bottom lights all connected. I did order the brackets for up top, but it's not going to be in until next week, mid next week. So today I would like to at least finish the bottom. I might not connect the lights. Then again, I probably will, because like I stated before, it is a DOT violation just to have the lights and not connected. So I'm gonna probably connect the bottom lights today. And once the brackets arrive next week, we'll finish up. So stay tuned, y'all. So I finished up drilling out the holes. So now it's just a matter of installing these lights. Now, if you guys remember when I first started, I was using the wrong size hole punch. So these 2 holes right here, it's a little bigger. So what I did was I just put 2 O-rings around the grommet. Now I keep these O-rings on my truck. And I'm gonna let you guys see what happens. So initially, this was kind of loose, but with the O-rings, it's nice and tight. It's probably actually tighter than the rest of them. And this does have a label, top and bottom. If you put it the wrong way, then the light's gonna be shining the wrong way. So this is the top right here. And this is how tight it is with the O-ring. It's nice and tight, it ain't going nowhere. So it's a little hack for you guys right there, in case somebody's doing a project like this and you run into the same issue. So let me show you what I did. Just 2 O-rings, that's all. And it's gonna fill out that space. And because I did drill these 2 holes right here with the 3/4 inch hole punch, and with these I use an 18 millimeter, which is an 11/16. So that's the right size you want to use right there for these 3/4 inch lights. Nice and tight. This is the top right here. So this is pretty much the hard part. From here it's just a matter of connecting these lights and running the wires. Now I did order the wire loom off of Amazon because Harbor Freight, they only had it 14 feet long, and I believe it was like $4. So I would have to buy a whole bunch of them. Amazon, 200 feet, and it was like $26. It's gonna be in tomorrow, and I can install the wire loom after. I can just slide it over the wire, and that's it. But I'm gonna start running the wires right now. I'm gonna start from right here. I'm gonna work my way to the back. In fact, we're gonna do it like this. All right, so we're gonna start with this. In fact, I gotta drill this one out right here. I have to drill this out, or I could just run it right here. Yeah, we're just gonna run it right here. And run it through here like that. Now I'm gonna drill this out right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is no hole right here, so I'm gonna drill it out right now. Just gotta make it a little wider first. Use a larger bit, and then I'm gonna open it up with this. That's it right there. It's a lot of work, y'all. So I'm getting ready to heat shrink these wires. But first we gotta figure out which is which. And with these lights, it's pretty simple. And I'm going to use my battery. I know you guys probably can't see it, but this is the positive on my battery, and this is the negative. So this is how easy it is to figure it out. So yellow, that's going to be the positive, and black is going to be the negative. Now, if I flipped it around, nothing will happen. That's negative touching a positive. This is positive touching a negative. Nothing happens. Flip it around. That's positive, negative. It's kind of difficult to touch it, but there it is. So yellow is going to be the positive, and black's going to be the negative. So when I run these wires, I'm going to use the black as my negative, and the red's going to be my positive. Same thing with this one. Black is going to be the negative, and red is going to be the positive. It's kind of difficult to touch it because I got to push it in this groove right here. But there it is. Now if I flipped it around, like I said, nothing happens. So once I heat shrink the butt connectors, then I put the heat shrink tube over it. And this prevents water from getting in. So one down, and about 8 more to go. That's it right there. That's the final connection. So now I could pull this through. All right, y'all. Here it is. This is a final connection. Once I touch this wire, it should light up like a Christmas tree. Oh, we lit. We lit. Crimp that bad boy. Woo! Yeah, we lit. Yeah, I'm digging this right here. Man, what a difference. But it's been raining like crazy. I had to stop and take a break. But I'm going to remove this light right here. This is currently my marker light. That's also my turn signal. But I do have another turn signal right here. But I'm going to remove both of them. I'm going to add a double-faced watermelon right here. It's going to be red in the back, amber in the front. So I'm going to order one next week. But there it is, man. We're making progress. So tomorrow I'm going to do the other side. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It does make a world of a difference, man. Whew, that's a lot of work. see why these shops charge so much money to do this stuff, man. So with these holes, I gotta start with the smaller bit, and then I gotta keep going bigger and bigger each time. If I try with the bigger bit, I can't drill the hole. It's just too difficult. This aluminum is real thick. Like right now, this bit is too big, so I gotta downsize to a smaller one. But I'm on the home stretch. This is the last one. But after this, then it's a lot of work because I gotta run a total of, let's see, 9 times 2, 18, 36 lights. Alright, so now I could go back to this size right here. Too big. Next size up, the tip is broken, so I can't use that one. Whew. You gotta take me a break, man. This is a lot of work. I need some water. All right. All right, y'all. There it is, man. I'm making some progress. See y'all tomorrow. Today's a new day, and here we are. 13 feet 6 inches on top of the trailer. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but up front, there is no power up front on my trailer. You know, I try to troubleshoot and figure out where it was losing the connection, but couldn't find it, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run power from this final light right here on the back of my trailer, and I drilled out a hole right here. So this is actually gonna give me power around the entire trailer, up the sides, at the front, and now we're gonna finish right here with the final light. So I'm just gonna do this connection right here just to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. And this is probably the only time I'm gonna actually record on top of the trailer. It's just too much work, and I'd rather focus on what I'm doing. All right, so that's that. Now I'm gonna heat shrink this. Where's my heat gun? There it is right here. But everything is nice and neat. Everything is nice and tight, man. So this is pretty much what it looks like with the rest of them. So the white is gonna be my ground, and the red is gonna be the live. That's the ground, and this is the live, and there it is. So now I'm gonna push this through the hole just like this. Alright. Now I do wanna protect that wire right there. Come on. Almost. There we go. If I can find the end of this. Come on. I'm not trying to unravel the entire wire loom just to find the end of it. So here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to cut it. Should be enough. That's all I need. It's actually too long. It's good right there. I'm gonna send it through. This is the top right here. And that's it. That's all 9 lights in the back. Now, I gotta go back in the truck and I gotta cut the lights off because this is live wires I'm messing with. And you know, if I touch it on metal, it's probably gonna trip the fuse or something. So these wires are all color coded. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this right here with the black on it, that's my ground, and the other one is just tan. That's my live. So with these lights, the red is the live, and the black is the ground. It's good. And this is my live. So basically I'm just gonna line this up to the light down below. Just like this. I can see it. I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's right there. So I'm just gonna line this up. I'm gonna screw it in right there. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna keep repeating the same process all the way around. All right, y'all. It's been about 3 weeks since I started this project. I finished about a week ago, but the biggest setback was waiting on the brackets. Took about 5 days to get the brackets. Once I got the brackets, took me another 3, maybe 4 days. I believe I was working for about 4, maybe 5 hours each day, and also some late nights. I was on top of the trailer till about 1 in the morning. But let's climb up this ladder and go check it out. So I've got 9 lights in the back right here. And as I told y'all previously, I had no power on the top of my trailer. So this is my source of power right here. I ran power from this light right here. Then I drilled a hole right here. And this is my source of power. Now all my wires are nice and protected. The wire is in this groove right here, but it's also silicone all along the trailer, the entire side of the trailer. The only place where the wire is exposed is right here. And it's also protected because these wires are heat shrink in these butt connectors, and over the butt connectors, I've got these heat shrink tubes. So the wires are nice and protected. Now as for the bracket, initially, these brackets were recessed to about right here. So if I was standing next to the trailer, I couldn't see the lights. So what I did, I added some spacers. Now I got these stainless steel spacers off of Amazon. So now if I'm standing directly next to the trailer, I can still see the lights. So I've got 9 on this side, 9 on this side. Connections are all the same. Everything is nice and protected. And I've got 9 lights above my reefer unit. So there it is, y'all. This light project is officially a wrap. I'm on top of the world. And as for the bottom lights, here's what I did. Everything's nice and protected. No Mickey Mouse job over here. So if y'all remember, I was drilling holes through these cross members right here. And this is exactly why. So all my wires are protected. I don't have to worry about these wires getting damaged. But there it is, y'all. All right, YouTube. Here it is, y'all. This has probably been one of the longest projects I've ever worked on. In total, I think it took me a little over 3 weeks. But here it is, man. We're at the finish line. Let's go check it out. So like I told y'all previously, I've got 9 lights going down the sides, top and bottom. Also got 9 lights above the reefer unit. Y'all can't see it right now because I'm standing below the reefer unit. But let me know what you guys think, man. This was a lot of work, y'all. So I used to have 5 lights up top. Now I've got 9 lights up top and the back. I'm also gonna put a light bar down below. Now I'm probably gonna put about 5 or 6 lights in that light bar. And I'm also gonna add another light right here. So it's gonna be 3 lights going across. Yeah, but I'm digging it, man. And this is a project that's been well overdue. But as you guys can see, it is time consuming. But there it is, man. That's the final look, y'all. But as usual, appreciate y'all for watching. Everybody who tuned in, made it all the way to the end. Appreciate y'all. Until the next one, I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all.